The Rock swordsman, it's been going all over the One Piece community is like Mihawk upscale. I don't get it. Like, he's a Mihawk victim for I'm like, yo, bro.
That would literally make sense. He's literally before his time.
It doesn't make any sense. It's all before Mihawk was doing anything. And they never say that Mihawk is the strongest swordsman of all time.
In their headcanon, everybody else is a Mihawk victim. Why don't you contribute that to Whitebeard? They at least say he's the world's strongest man, but every strong warrior fighter is a Whitebeard victim?
Every man of a Whitebeard victim.
I'm going to tell you this right now, that there's people out there that do think that way. They're not as aggressive as the Mihawk.
It just means that Whitebeard can't beat Minx.
We've seen firsthand who Whitebeard fought. How many victories does he have against those great ones? Roger, Rocks, and others. Mihawk and Whitebeard have that same strongest title. Where's Shanks? Was he a Mihawk victim? Mihawk didn't beat Shanks. Right there is literally shut down because there's one great swordsman that Mihawk fought that we know of, and he even beat that person.
We legit have on panel Mihawk himself saying, in regards to the world's strongest man, I want to test to see how far I am from that level. And then we see someone not Whitebeard block the attack that he threw at Whitebeard. That attack wasn't good enough to reach Whitebeard. That's what it is. If Mihawk's thought process was, I'm not at this level here. I want to test to see the difference between the world's strongest man, Whitebeard, in his old age, to me now. What does that tell you?
He ain't lying.
When someone specializes in hockey, their strikes naturally hit differently from ordinary attacks. Hence why when you use a sword and coat it with Conqueror's Haki and add Rio, swords don't touch or slice. Swordsmanship goes kind of out the window. You're just using the sword itself as a conduit for your own Haki. Rock's being known for blowing everything away with his sword doesn't mean he's a swordsman in the traditional sense. It just means he uses a sword when it suits him, just like Roger. If Haki is your specialty, then that means a weapon isn't. Now, what does this mean for Mihawk fans? Is this some kind of Mihawk upscale? I would say no. The debate around what defines a swordsman is depending on who you ask at this point. In my opinion, swordsmanship is a specialization, a focused skill set with someone's broader fighting style. If a swordsman is the equivalent to a boxer, then someone who can fight without a sword and use it if need be is a UFC fighter. A UFC fighter will most likely always win over a boxer. If your Haki does match your sword skill, the next question is, can you put the sword down and still fight at that same level? Or at least near it. If not, then you're inherently weaker than someone else who can. I believe characters like Big Mom, Whitebeard, Roger, and Shanks can all put their weapons down and still fight with overwhelming Haki. Mihawk? I don't think he can. Same with Zoro. I don't think Zoro could just put down his swords and be just as strong as he is. Remember when Zoro fought King and got confused when King started throwing punches? Zoro even said, "You're a killing machine, huh?" And King responded, "Do you need a school or a style in order to fight?" And then Zoro acknowledged that and said, "Nope, good point. And you never called yourself a swordsman. Do as you like." That line is key. So no, Rock's using a sword here does not elevate Mihawk in any way.